How will you inspire our federal employees to provide the highest level of service to their customers, the people of the USA? Wow. How will I inspire the federal employees? See, I think what happens with our federal employees is that they become so forgotten. And by them being forgotten, I believe that they became angry and have a certain feeling like, well, only I care about me. We only care about each other. No one really cares about us. The hard work, the CIA, the Federal Bureau of investigation does, the Secret Service. Oh man, our uniformed men and women, they get forgotten, and I think that that's the problem. I think they need inspiration to know that they are appreciated. No, we can't put their face on Front Street because that'll allow people to know who works for who, and we don't need them to be endangered, and So what I would say is that I would inspire them by letting them know personally that they mean something, that they do count, and that the people of this country need to take a step back and uh, understand that they do things behind the doors that allow us to stay safe. If they let everything out, our head will be blown. It's like our police officers and firemen and sheriffs and constables and local law enforcement. All of them people put their lives on the line daily for us in this country, and they take an oath and they take it very seriously. A lot of people want to say that, well, they got we got a lot of bad people in our family, and it's the same. It's our family. We're gonna have bad, but that does not outweigh the good, and it would not ever outweigh the good. Though people want to be mad at life and want to be bad and angry, it would not ever outweigh the good. So our federal employees, I would inspire them to become, and that they are appreciated in this world, and that they would that we know that their service is greatly appreciated in the way that we can give them that actual help to them. Hey, Jake and Sherry, hope I answered that question for you. Okay, I have another question here from Miseeka B. Miseeka B. Okay. Okay. Hi, Miseeka. Um, she asked, how do we tackle student debt without blanket loan forgiveness? How can we tackle student debt without blanket loan forgiveness? Okay. I got some real questions out there. Okay. How can we tackle student debt without blanket loan forgiveness? Student debt has been around for a long, long time, Masika. And if I'm saying it right, Masika Masika. It has been around for a long, long time. And I'm saying my long time as in 30, maybe 40, 50, even maybe 60 years or so. It's a long time. It's a lot of people not even 50. So that's a lot of debt. And what happened is the way the student loan process is set up for us to obtain knowledge to make our country grow, to make our system work properly. We want some of the best and the brightest people to be able to handle the things of our country and be able to actually make our country still be at the forefront, the leading of this new world and to the new age of things as it been doing. And not negating all the other countries that have been leading the way that we do not. We're talking about America right now, so it's not slug to any countries out there. I'm not really saying anything anti with y'all when I'm talking. I'm just talking to my American people at the moment. So if you're looking at it from across seas, and it's nothing personal, but the way our student loan debt had began is that we wanted to make sure our students were able to uh, obtain that knowledge that's out there from the institutions that were set up. And so somebody had to pay for it. And so what happened was uh, we started a program, our country started a program that allowed to take out a loan for a student to obtain that knowledge. And yes, loans have interest on them, and interest stacks. So it's the same, the opposite. So if you had $1 million in a bank account, you have a positive interest rate going. So you want that interest to accumulate and stack. Well, it's the same when it's the opposite. When we took out a loan, the interest still accumulates the same way. So our student loan debt has been became a problem through time because the interest loans and the interest rates has fluctuated, and it allowed things to the people who took them out. Sometimes they didn't come out and got the job that needed and to pay it back, and then it just stacks. And we still were sending people through the system to make sure we still keep educated people. We couldn't really stop the process because we still need smart and intelligent people to still make this country run. So we couldn't just get rid of the process. But at the same time, that allowed the debt to keep stacking. And so when the debt kept stacking, then we are where we are now. Trillions, hundreds of billions of student loan debt. We need to look at the real number, and how can we address that real number? What does that real number look like? So if I would be a person that could say, let's say the real number is it's way more than 100 billion, but let's say the real number is 100 billion. It's something we can work with in a smaller amount. The real number is 100 billion. Well, how many people is that 100 billion? And how many people are willing to actually put some money to help make that 100 billion go away? So let's say we have 1 million people that are in student loan debt, which we know is way more than that. So we got 1 million people, and that 1 million people gives $10 on some of the interest for everyone. And we have 300 million people in this country. So let's just say 1 million people give $10 on that interest rate. That's $10 million that we can pay back that can help some students to come. So if I would say, I would find out how much we have, and then I would address the American people that really want to get it done and come with a process that can have everybody involved in making it happen. Not one person can solve it because not one person made it. It's a collective of everybody. And same people that are at the companies that actually have it, the doctors, your attorneys, your go across the board of what it is. You know, your fishermen. They got people that run ships that have degrees. They got people that are in the hospitality industry that has a degree that has student loan debt. So it's just not the big names we usually say, the nurses, doctors, lawyers, and things as such. But you got to think of all the people that hold positions, that all of these people are involved. And but you know that goes with how is our system working for this country where that person can even know how to deal with his money to help that situation. So that's a big question. And if I could say how we would tackle it, we'll have to look at it and come with a solution to see how all of us can be a part of it, because all of us really made it. It's not just the federal government problem, it's an American problem. And so that's how I would kind of tackle the student loan debt without thinking about the forgiveness part at the moment. I really couldn't address. You can't just do away with it because people won't appreciate it. We don't want to just say, "Hey, your loans are forgiven," and they, yeah. And then they didn't really put in no effort, and that's kind of wrong with our people in this society now, because a lot of people just want a quick response so they could get away and kind of wash it off, and that's not how things. It didn't start that way, so it's an accumulation of things. Hope that answered your question. She had another question. Um, wow. What is the best strategy to keep diplomacy while allowing countries to take care of themselves? Okay, Americans. So these are American questions, and I like to address the questions that we have for ourselves, people that our countrymen want to know. And as a president of this United States, I will make sure that that should become a norm for the people uh, going forward. You shouldn't have a president that uh, don't want to address your concerns at the smallest level, because see, some people think because you're a smaller person than them on a big stage of things. That's what I'm saying when I say smaller person, that they're on a big stage, you're a smaller person, and your question don't matter. The money with the donors matter. But the donors, the true donors, is not just the people with the money. It's the people that make this America move. It's those people that work at the restaurants, that build our roads, that teach our children, that fix our clothes, that's at the grocery stores, that stack our shelves. Those people matter. So I like to think like that. That's why I like to get the questions from you out there. I would love to get the questions from you. I would like for you all to think about these questions and send them in. I have no problem addressing them until I'm in the White House. And if I have to, I want to still do the same setup, sit up here, get before you, and answer the questions to the people and let you know that we appreciate you and we thank you. And that goes back to Jake and Sherry question of letting people feel like to inspire them, to let them know we appreciate them. Same as we will inspire the federal employees, we need to inspire the American people and let them know that they are what make this country great. They are who God blessed to be in this country. So what is the best strategy to keep diplomacy while allowing countries to take care of themselves? Well, a strategy. So let's say it's from the same person, Miseeka. Okay, a strategy to keep diplomacy while allowing other countries to take care of themselves. So when I'm repeating the question, I'm sitting here thinking and processing to make sure I bring forth the best response to you. Um, so I just want to make sure I'm hearing it correctly. And so what is the best strategy to keep diplomacy while allowing other countries to take care of themselves? So if I'm looking at the question, I must take that thought that because I said earlier we are the forefront and we do push, we're the leading of this new world frontier. Not no new world order, no all that other extra. I'm talking about the new world frontier that we have been pushing the limits of us to have growth, and our actions affects other country actions that actually we are tending to. And I'm gonna say when she's asking to take care of themselves, well, because we are a country that wants to make sure people just have safety where they go, especially us as Americans who travel the world and go and see places. We want to keep that diplomacy healthy. And so even we want to show them how by example. So that's why I'm here saying it the way I'm saying it now. We want them to see us do it and exemplify it in our actions so it makes it easier for them to take care of themselves. It's almost like if a child see a mother or a father on drugs or have an alcohol problem, alcoholism uh, being a problem. So that child is looking at these parents do that. And not saying these countries are like our children. I'm just giving an example of a person who's have enough wit to do and a person that doesn't, as far as trying to get themselves together. So that's why we go to every country and try to help them, because everybody don't have the mind state that we have. We have freedom in this country, freedom through this book right here that I say everybody should have in their home. We have freedom, and a lot of countries don't have that, but they want freedom and they want to learn how to do it. So we have to show them how to take care of themselves. We can't be the ones, the drunken parents or the drug parents, and telling the kid, you need to learn. No, we have to show them. We have to exemplify what it is to be that leader. That's why parents are important. Parents are important. Good parents are important. Some kids don't appreciate good parents. That's just life happens, you know. But good parents are important, and even the not so good parents are important because some kids know how not to be. But we're talking about the ones that don't know how to adjust to that type of situation and want to learn how to adjust to that type of situation. Those are the kind of countries we actually have some strong diplomacy with. And we as a country need to keep ourselves going and getting ourselves on. Not thinking selfishly, but thinking preservation before we could be able to divide and deliver to the other countries. So my strategy would be to make sure we get ourselves together. They had an old song called "Sweep Around Your Front Door Before You Try to sweep around mine." You know, sweep around mine, right? So meaning, you know, we can't just go and tell them what to do, but we can show them by making sure our house is clean, and that's where I would go with it for a strategy. Make sure our house clean. Then I can address what's going on in their world and show them it by example. Hey, this is why you should do this. This is what happens when you do this. But whoever's out there that like to divide our country and keep our country divided, um, it's their problem. We need to understand there's people out there that just don't want to see us prosper. Even living here don't want to see us prosper. So I'm gonna read another article and then I'll close out on this video to the next time. If I'm being the same unit, that means that I came back. I never took out my clothes. Well, if I'm being the same unit, it's because what I'm doing is breaking it up into segments and allowing to keep addressing the needs for the other questions that may come. Okay. Still on section 2 in article 1. Representatives and direct taxes shall be apportioned among the several states which may be included within this union, according to their respective numbers, which shall be determined by adding to the whole number of free persons, including those bound to service for a term of years, and excluding Indians not taxed 3/5 of all other persons. The actual enumeration shall be made within 3 years after the first meeting of Congress of the United States and within every subsequent term of 10 years in such manner as shall by law direct. The number of representatives shall not exceed 1 for every 30,000, but each state shall have at least 1 representative, and until such enumeration shall be made, the state of New Hampshire shall be entitled to choose 3. Massachusetts 8, Rhode Island and Providence Plantations 1, Connecticut 5, New York 6, New Jersey 4, Pennsylvania 8, Delaware 1, Maryland 6, Virginia 10, North Carolina 5, South Carolina 5, and Georgia 3. When vacancies happen in the representatives from any state, the executive authority thereof shall issue writs of election to fill such vacancies. The House of Representatives shall choose their speaker and other officers and shall have the sole power of impeachment. All right, that's good. Section 3 coming up next time. And I know a lot of people want to talk about, see, the 3 foot feels human. He talking about us as Black people. Yeah, okay. Who cares? We're here now, though. That was then. It's done. We're here. I'm right here in front of you in a suit. I don't have a chain around my neck. Don't be mentally still chained to what somebody's making you feel like you haven't evolved or you haven't changed or you haven't overcome. I need you to pay attention to what's in front of you. If you are considering yourself a Black person or Black man, Black male, I need you to really, Black woman, I need you to really pay attention to what's in front of you. No, I'm not sitting here with a chain around my neck, nor are you. So don't let them make you feel as though that you have not arrived from that moment. Yes, it happened. Yes. And as I said, we're still a young nation. We're bound to make mistakes. We're not perfect, but we're better than many nations out there. And that's what we need to address. Till next time. See you.